All right, here we go. Once again, back at you with another horseshoe project. So this time, I decided to make a flower. Not so much decided, but my daughter's been asking me for a flower. As you've seen those previous projects that I've made a couple of butterflies, some crosses, and things like that. And finally got around to making the flower. I looked it up on YouTube, so this is not an original idea. The flower, the way it came out original because I ran out of horseshoes. You'll see that in a minute. But the first thing is always cut off the horseshoe nails and grind them down. Make sure they're nice and polished. Look at that. Beautiful. I always clean them up front and back. No half-assing here. You gotta clean them up because at the end I do not know if I'm gonna leave it like that and just spray a coat of clear on it so it doesn't rust, or if I'm gonna paint them. So I always clean them up front and back. Now that I have them all cleaned up, it's time to put the flower together. So I started looking for items around my backyard that had a diameter of about 8 to 10 inches is what I was looking for. So as you can see here with this gallon of vinegar that I have here, it came out pretty good. The only problem is that I did it's a little too small because I have 2 horseshoes left over. So then I thought maybe I can weld them on top. You know, I've seen that too. But then if I do that, I will need 3 additional horseshoes. So nah, gotta think of something else. Well, I do have a box of horseshoe nails. I said, what if I put that in between each horseshoe? Look at these nails. So that's the route we went. Now, unfortunately, my camera ran out of video. I had to delete some videos, but here's the finished product. Not the completely finished product, but the overall flower. Then I started grinding the stem. Some rebar is what I'm using. That way it makes it easy to put into the yard. So I'm grinding that down to a point. So see, if I put it in between there, it fits nice in between those 2 horseshoes, and it's able to weld into more material than if I left it just square. So you want to be able to weld it into as much material as possible so that it doesn't fall apart on you. So once you have it all nice set, you know where you want it, start to weld. Tack weld it. Notice I'm tack welding from the front. Got to flip it over and do most of the welding from the back. Now I also want you to notice that all the grinding I've been doing, all the cutting, all the welding, I don't have any gloves on. I don't recommend you try it. Alright, you're gonna end up burning the stuff out of yourself. So have some gloves on. I have them. I have several pairs. You get in the mix of things, but here, this is what it comes out with. Pretty solid. So I did find this rusty horseshoe laying around on my table. It's been sitting there for a while, cut in half. I decided to make a leaf out of it. So I took the grinder to it, cleaned it up, and welded on a leaf. Once I put that on there, I wanted another one, but I don't have another horseshoe. So this is our finished product right here. Let me zoom out. There you go. What do you think? Like it? I like it. So at the end, my daughter decided to paint it red. That's the color she wanted. So it's her flower. That's what she gets. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.